Today on the channel, we've got the Walmart exclusive Ghostbuster Kenner Throwback Edition, Bug-Eyed Ghost, and the Fearsome Flush. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for a rare Ghostbusters unboxing and review, as we don't do a lot of Ghostbusters on the channel. The last Ghostbusters video we had on the channel was It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, as I sold my Ghostbusters plasma collection. I said, you know what? They just didn't hit me in the feels like I wanted them to. They were so-so sculpts, just not what I wanted out of Ghostbusters toys. I thought I wanted them, changed my mind later on. We've all been there. But I have not changed my mind at this point on the Kenner Ghostbusters Walmart exclusive Throwback Edition figures. Got the four main Ghostbusters. You guys know I had to get those back when they came out. Gosh, it's been probably 2 years at this point, and they're still on the shelves, still hanging tight, but really bringing me back to fond memories of my childhood with those, as I had all those Ghostbusters. I had Ecto 1, which is going to be hitting the stores soon. You know I'll be unboxing that. I also had the Firehouse out there. I would love a modern-day Firehouse. Give us a new one, re-release it, send it back out there. Give me the Firehouse. But I also had some of the ghosts out there. I've got Slimer, of course. I've got the Stay Puft. I had to get those. And now we've got our second round of ghosts. We thought this line was all but dead, but the Ecto 1 of these two ghosts, bringing it back. Maybe we're going to get a yearly, you would think, release of some characters and ghosts. Maybe we'll get the newer versions of the traditional Ghostbuster crew. Or maybe we'll get some more ghosts out there. Now, this is a tale of two ghosts. I had one of these as a kid, and I didn't have the other one. Fearsome Flush. I do remember it as a kid. I did not own it, however. Just didn't do anything for me. A toilet just wasn't... 8-year-old Kyle didn't think it was that cool to pick up. But you know what? Late old man Kyle, oh, sign me up all day. I'm picking it up day one I see it in the store. That's the way it goes. But when you're a kid, you only get so many toys, and you got to prioritize. And this was never high on my priority list as a kid. But Bug-Eyed Ghost, on the other hand, high on my priority list. I want to say, don't quote me, my dad would be the only other person in the world that would know, and he probably doesn't remember either. But I believe I got this for Christmas when I was a little kid, this Bug-Eyed Ghost. And I always loved this one. I loved it. I thought it was a cool figure. I thought it was a cool ghost type thing. I loved the eye shooting out when the rope holds it back in, all that kind of fun stuff. I always thought this one was very solid. This one, not so much. That was my opinion as a little kid, at least. I also got a lot of reuse out of this Bug-Eyed Ghost as a kid in my playing days, using it with G.I. Joe toys. You guys all remember Cobra Law from G.I. Joe, Globulus, Nemesis Enforcer, and so forth. I used this as kind of one of the creatures around there. I had a great imagination as a kid, but that's what I did. And I also played with it, obviously, with my Ghostbuster figures. So this one's got a lot of special memories to me, and yeah, so I had to pick this one up for sure, and you have to get Fearsome Flush. If you're already in the game, might as well pick that up. So let's do it like we normally do it. We'll take a look at the packaging, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, and see where it goes from there. We're going to start it off with this bad boy, the Bug-Eyed Ghost. So there it is. Very flimsy card. Now, I don't really remember the original card. This looks like the original card. I'm sure there's a few differences there, similar to the other Ghostbusters, but it's close enough. It's enough to hit you in nostalgia feels. Kind of like the He-Man Origins figures. Those things are the same way. I got the same kind of feeling seeing those on the shelf as I do seeing this one. I wonder if this is a modern toy, this would be more of a boxed character, turned sideways kind of like this so you could actually see the figure, I think is how you would see it. But back in the day, this is how they were. The peg cards up here. No luck of getting these unpunched. They're all punched. There's no punch to nail through, so they're all unpunched. It is what it is. Ghostbusters logo up here. The real Ghostbusters. I love the Kenner logo. Obviously, Hasbro owns Kenner now, so they can use the logo. I think it's a nice touch down there. Sealed bubble on the figure right there is what it is. Then you got kind of a cartoon animation version of it right there. You get to the back. Shoots his Cyclops eye. Kind of weird. So he's got Cyclops eye, but then he's got two eyes and a mouth down below. So he's all over the place. He's full of eyes, apparently. On the back, you always got to be promoting. We're putting that Fearsome Flush over, and then the Ecto 1. I can't wait to get that one again. A lot of fun memories playing with that one. So I'm sure in the next month or two, we'll have that here at the table to unbox and review. Kind of a little instruction talking about the eyeball ghost and how you do it and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, so that's what it says. To pop out the eyeball, hit the bug eye on the middle back. Replace cord by pushing entire cord back into hole inside eye socket, then push eye back into socket. He can also hold his own eye. Good for him. I wish I could. What else does it say here? Bug eye ghost, hit on the middle of the back for eye popping action. So it's got the same like instructions up here and down here. I think that's kind of strange. It is what it is, but look beautiful on card. But you know me, I got to unbox these guys. I want to say these are like $14 too. I should mention that. Come off the card pretty easily, actually. There it is. See you later. See you later. See you later. All right, now we got him. Now this feels similar, but it feels like the purple is a much darker purple, a brighter purple, where it was more of a darker, I guess. I guess this is more of a brighter purple. Let me rephrase. This is more of a brighter purple, and the old one was a darker purple. That's how my memory goes. First thing holding this, unboxing it. Feels the exact same as I remember it. Got articulation on the arms. They go up and down. I just always thought this was a cool ghost. You know, it'd be cool to get a flight stand for this and have this kind of laying there. I always had him fight with Slimer too, because they both kind of are similar type creatures. They got kind of their ghost back going on. So I remember I'd have them fight each other. Plastic is very hard plastic on the arms, where the body is more of a rubbery type ball. You can squeeze the stomach here and the eye will pop out if I remember right. Let's see. Maybe. There you go. You got to really hit it. I thought I remember just giving it a squeeze and it would pop out. Maybe I'm wrong, but you just put it back in there. I remember the rope here being the fluorescent color. I remember that being fluorescent back in the day, but it does seem to be brighter. It seems like this is all around brighter. See if I can try that again. There it goes. Pops right out. Very gimmicky, but very cool for a little kid and very cool for an old man Kyle as well. Brings me back to the good old days. A lot of cool color with the white and kind of the red, nobody slept in weeks eye going on there. Interesting, he's got an eye in his head and then two here, and then he's got his jagged teeth kind of coming out. No paint application issues, even the eyes, they got the good coloring right. These are very cheap toys. They're obviously getting the most out of your molds. All these years later, getting these molds back out here. Excuse me, I'm doing a review here, animals. These dogs, I tell you what, you can't live without them, you can't live with them. That's what happens. And I'm thinking I have a delivery from Amazon. I'm waiting for a wrestling figure, and that's probably it, because it's the only time Lemmy really goes crazy. But anyways, back to the review. Sorry for the Lemmy interruption. But I like this one. He's got his horns on the side. Does it say anything on here? It says 2021 on Hasbro. That is always the worry with some of these re-release figures, that they won't be stamped into the plastic, so people will get confused with the old ones, people trying to sell these new ones as vintage and so forth. I think they've done a very good job at Kenner Hasbro to fix that and make sure there's no confusion there. You look on here, you look on the packages, you know this is a 2021 item, not a 1988 item or whatever year it was. But this eyeball ghost hits me in all the nostalgia feels. Like I said, I remember getting this for Christmas when I was probably 7, 8, maybe 9, probably 7 or 8. And I really did enjoy this one. I'm happy to have this back because I did sell this back in 1999. I dumped my Ghostbuster collection, and I'm happy to have this one back. And it'll go great with my Ghostbusters on my display shelf. So there it is, the eyeball ghost. That's a winner for me. Now let's jump into some uncharted waters, no pun intended, with the Fearsome Flush. All right, next up is the Fearsome Flush. Like, I totally remember this as a kid. I remember seeing this on the pegs. I remember some of my friends having this one. But like I said earlier, never did anything for me. I never even thought about purchasing this. There was always something higher on my priority list as a kid. When you're a kid, you know, hey, you did all your chores for the week, you get one toy. You know, this is one of those ones, if I'm at Kmart and it's just bare shelves and there's nothing, Kyle's going home with something, I'd pick this up. But I never got to quite that point as a kid, so I never picked this one up. And something about a toilet just didn't even appeal to me as a little kid. I don't know, maybe I'm different. What say you? Did you have this as a kid? You can let me know in the comments. But let's take a look at the packaging on this one first. Very similar packaging to the eyeball ghost. You got the Ghostbuster logo and all that up there. Kenner down at the bottom. You got Fearsome Flush. You got some cool artwork there. You got the actual figure there. I guess everybody's nightmare is a ghost inside your toilet. It's like Ghoulies. Remember Ghoulies back in the day? I remember the old video store. You'd always see the Ghoulies box art. It was always crazy. You'd always see that one out there. But enough about Ghoulies. Let's talk about Ghostbusters. So let's show the back packaging here. Very similar, once again, to the Joe Eyeball. You got instructions down here, and then the same instructions up top. Very strange. Promoting the Fearsome Flush there. You're promoting the Ecto-1. Very strange. Bug-Eyed Ghost. Yeah. So I guess this is basically just the glamour shots to promote. I thought it was the same thing twice, but I guess they did it on both of them, so it does make sense. I was a little confused looking at that first one. But not shabby, not too shabby background. Purple back there. A little bit of wasted space here. I don't know what they could have done. Maybe a coming soon Ghostbuster playset. Hey, now you're talking. We want that firehouse. But let's read the back. Let's see what it says about this Fearsome Flush. Push Fearsome Flush forward or backward. Lids open and close to reveal a ghost. So it's a time-honored tradition in toys, rolling and they make an effect. Lots of toy lines have done that over the years. I mean, pretty much every toy line out there, especially back then. So there it is. All right, let's take it open. 2021 on the back packaging of this one too. I mentioned the last one on the actual product. It said 2021, but it does on the package as well. So there's no confusion out there. I like that pink. That bright pink always pops too, I always thought. That was a good color choice. See you later up high. All right, Fearsome Flush, plastic prism. We didn't get a plastic prism with the last one. We do here, though. So there it is. The old toilet of doom, the old Fearsome Flush. See you later. Yeah, I mean, not a lot here. I don't know, it's kind of cool, I guess, if you're building a locker room for your Mattel Elites or something. You need a toilet, maybe this could work. This might work for you. But just like it said, you roll it and bam, you're in business. Oh, look at that. I mean, it's a time-honored tradition with toys to be like this. You roll them, it makes it do its action and all that kind of stuff. It's got a tongue that wiggles out. It's on a nice mechanism there. It almost looks like the eyeball ghost here on the toilet seat, emblazed in there. Very cool, the beady, crazy eyes in there. For some reason, was this ghost, was it in the Ghostbusters show? I don't recall off the top of my head. Actually, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I remember this guy, but boy, it's been a while. I don't know if I remember him in an episode as a main villain at least. Something you'd really notice. Once again, I'm saying after all these years, me having this now, owning this officially after who knows how many years it's been, I think I made the right choice as a little kid. I probably bought, a G.I. Joe vehicle or the Devilfish or something along them lines over this, and that was truly the right choice. I would recommend if I had to go back to the future, no pun intended, that's what I'd do. I'd say, Kyle, pass on that Fearsome Flush. You don't need it. But in the middle of a figure hunt desert where there's not a lot of new stuff hitting the shelves, I got a connection to the old Ghostbuster. This is a good pickup for me during this downtime in the figure hunting game. It is what it is. Got the Ghostbuster logo on the toilet as well. I forgot to mention that. This is an okay pickup, but if we were talking there was a new Star Wars Legends hunt, if there was tons of figures on the pegs right now I was hunting for, I might say, this is a long game. I'm going to wait. I'll play the long game on this one. Instead, like I said, nothing going on in the stores. Just happy to find something out there. This hits me in the feels enough to pick it up, and that's why I did it. But that's about it. What do you guys think? What do you think about these Ghostbuster figures? I like the idea of these re-releases like this. I think it's really cool. It's a real step to the nostalgia pass. I don't know if there's any kids that are buying these. I guess I don't interact with a ton of kids outside of my own. My own wouldn't have anything to do with this. But is there kids out there that are buying these Ghostbusters and enjoying them? I hope so. That'd be a really cool thing. But I think for the most part, a lot of these are being bought by probably like people like you and me that are watching this video out there, that people have a nostalgia factor to these old toys that probably got rid of them along the way and want them back. That's at least where I'm at, but what about you? Are you in that same boat as me? Are you admiring these from afar, or are you picking every single one up? I do like that so far, maybe it'll keep that way, they just release a couple of things, then a long break. It's like, doesn't feel as much pressure of a collection as maybe a Mattel Elite line or Star Wars or Marvel Legends that you're constantly getting bombarded with product on. Kind of a fun subline to collect that comes out on a yearly basis or so. Just a couple of things, not going to break the bank. Like I said, these are like $15 each. They're nothing like some of the more pricey toys out there. So I think cool for what they are. The eyeball for sure wins for me on the nostalgia factor. Fearsome Flush is what it is. If you had this as a kid, you probably feel really cool about this, so I don't fault you at all there. But give me your thoughts on this. Don't forget to like me on, don't forget to like this video first off, but don't forget to follow me on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, all kinds of stuff on those. And then of course subscribe to the channel here, like the video, leave me your comment, follow me at Pro Wrestling Tees Kyle Peterson. So for a little throwback Ghostbusters unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.